on some of the things that have happened in the church and some of the things that are happening in the church.
Yep. It's been a good week. Food pantry's been busy. So keep bringing those items in, and they're outside in of the entrance to the sanctuary.
I saw some come in today.
Yep.
Some items come in today.
Yep. Evidently, I'm losing brain power because I can't speak. No comments. But we do have, we had Wow Wednesday, and it was Let's Create. The kids were so cute. Creating, we talked about how they were created in the image of God and how God sees them. And so they got to trace themselves and finger paint, all kinds of really cool things. So it's not too late for kids to join us just because they haven't been there or they've missed a week. So this coming Wednesday, the theme is Let's Have a Ball. And so we're going to be doing all kinds of things ball related. But I have a need.
It's not a need. It's a desire.
Yeah. So if you have a disco ball.
And if you do, I want to know why you have a disco ball.
You don't have to tell me why. I just need a disco ball. So if you have a disco ball, I would love to borrow it for Wednesday. You know the other thing I'm looking for?
Bell bottoms for your disco ball.
No. I'm looking for a croquet set.
Okay.
So if anybody has a croquet set that we could use for a few weeks, I'd love to borrow that. I started to go buy one, and they've gotten quite expensive. So if you have a croquet set or two in your garage, collecting dust, think about letting us use it. So could use that.
I could see having a croquet set a lot more than I could a disco ball, but, we'll see.
I don't know. Disco ball is pretty fun. So we have a couple other things that are coming up this week in addition to Wow Wednesday that we need your help for. The community meal is Thursday, and one of the things that we're serving is watermelon, and we need watermelons. So we need you to bring watermelons to the church on Sunday or at least by Tuesday afternoon. And if you just love cutting them, we're going to get together Wednesday about 6:30 to cut watermelons. So we need watermelons. I hear that Food City in Gray has them right now for $2.99 a watermelon.
Oh, that sounds good.
They're a little small, somebody said, so we probably two would replace the one that you would bring. But we're needing 30 to 35 watermelons because we're going to...
That's a lot of watermelons.
Yeah. We need at least 300 servings of watermelon. So you can see why we need watermelon. So, so bring a watermelon to church on Sunday or Tuesday. Nobody will be at the church on Monday because it's a holiday. So, but bring a watermelon. I love watermelon.
Very good.
But only if you eat salt on it.
Or cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe has to have salt too.
Yeah.
But watermelon, we need those. And then Saturday is the community block party. And
kind of snuck up on us.
It did. When I say that, everybody's like, oh my gosh, the community block party. It feels like we should have another week. Yeah. But the first, which is today, fell on a Friday, which always kind of messes up our weeks. So we have the beads, because, we give out Mardi Gras beads. The beads. I have them in my office, but we need 2,000 cookies.
I can't make that many cookies.
Honey, you can't make one cookie. Let alone any more than that.
I can eat cookies, though.
You couldn't even eat 2,000
No,
cookies.
I couldn't eat 2,000.
And so we need 2,000 cookies. So we also need people to help us on Friday bag up those cookies and put our labels on the bags that give people information about who we are as Great Church and inviting them to the church. And then we need people on Saturday to be at the booth with us. We had a great time last year. I might have danced some with the dance party.
I don't remember that, but...
You were probably blocking it out of your memory.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
But of the two of us, I'm the better dancer.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't even have two left feet.
So anyway, we're looking for people to help with that. So the block party starts at 6, but we have to have our tent set up at 5 o'clock on Saturday. So we'll have the tents and all that kind of stuff, but we need people who can stay for a little while or the whole time and meet and greet and just be excited about what God is doing at Great Church and inviting people to join along. So it was a great time last summer. Yeah. So really, really looking forward to that.
So we got a busy week.
It is going to be a little insane, actually. I'm kind of tired already thinking about next week, but it's so exciting to be able to, coming out of COVID where we couldn't do the things that we wanted to do, to be busy doing the things that we want to do, to be a part of the community and engage people in our community and engaging them for purpose, not just to be engaging them,
Right.
but to engage them hopefully so that they will come check out who we are, and in checking out who we are as a church, get to know Jesus.
Absolutely.
So.
Speaking of that, we made a big announcement last Sunday about a project that's going on in the church. We've called it a signage project, but it also kind of is just given a facelift to the entryways of our church, the ramp area of the church, and the narthex, which is right outside of the sanctuary. So we're inviting you to participate with us in that work. You want to speak to that, Brooke?
Yeah, so super excited about it. If you're wondering, the cat is trying to make an appearance on the video. But anyway, back to the signage part. Some folks have worked really hard to take into consideration our needs as a congregation, how we could best put our best foot forward when we're looking at guests. And so there's a whole plan in this. This is not just, hey, let's go throw some paint on a wall. It's a comprehensive plan for what we want the entrances to look like and help people get from point A to point B. So there's a longer explanation of what all of that's going to happen. And that'll be in the links of this video if you want to go watch that. But it explains that process and that project in more detail. The team has spent hours putting it together. It's got the administrative council's blessing and the trustees' blessing. But lots of people have lots of questions, and we don't have time in worship or those kind of settings to talk about all the details. Yep. So there's a video. Click the link on it in the comments if you want to go see that video. And then if you still have more questions, feel free to reach out to me or Vaughn Burgess. We've kind of been heading up that sign team, but any of the other sign team members. So Rachel Lucas, Dinah Gale Story, Ed Stewart are the people who make up that sign team. So, but we'd love to have you come alongside of this project. It's kind of like when I was a kid and there was a renovation project, it was kind of all hands on deck. Mm-hmm. Even those of us that weren't real skilled had some kind of job. And so there's going to be a way for everybody to be involved. We are going to have to hire the painting out, though, for some of our big areas due to liability issues. Most people don't feel comfortable on scaffolding. So, so there's going to be a cost to that. And so you can help donate towards that cost by making donations to the building fund. And that'll get taken care of. Now, we're asking that be above and beyond what you would normally give. Sure. Because it doesn't do any good to have a nice, pretty space if we can't turn the lights on because we don't have the electricity to do so. So
absolutely. The thing I'll add to that is really, think about this as preparing ourselves for guests to come into our space, to welcome them as best we can into our spaces. It's going to look prettier for us, and that'll be great. But this project is really about preparing for what God's about to do with Great Church.
I'm excited about it. And I've got to be alongside of the folks who have been having the hard conversations and really dreaming and praying about where God is leading us. And so that's one of my favorite things that I do as a pastor. And it's been that way for a long time, but just to watch other people get excited about where God is moving, and I invite you to jump onto that.
And like Brooke said, there is a cost to it, and that's really right now where we can best use your help. So I would invite you to prayerfully consider how you might give to this project.
So to recap pretty quickly, we've got, our last Celebrating Families. This is not a recap. Our last Celebrating Families is this coming week as well. And if you haven't had the opportunity to be a part of that, this would be a perfect way to do that. We're actually needing people to come and scoop ice cream.
Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays. So come talk to me about that, or Debbie Russell, or Brenda Edwards, or Judy Barron, some of those folks that have been there every week. It's our last one. We're ending with a bang, big cookout, lots of games outside, but ice cream. So we need ice cream scoopers. So you have opportunities to be involved this week.
Almost
Really?
every day of the week.
Yeah, almost every day, ministering to our community.
Yeah.
Tuesday, celebrating families. So if you can help scoop ice cream, that would be awesome. If you can't scoop ice cream, I promise you there'll be something else, even if it's just coming and hanging out and being a friendly face. Wednesday is our Wow Wednesday, so bring some kids, or you can come help, or it doesn't have to be one or the other. Cut cantaloupe at 6:30 Wednesday evening, which reminds me you need to bring us the cantaloupe Sunday or Tuesday.
Cantaloupe or watermelon?
Goodness, watermelon.
You can bring us cantaloupe.
Yeah,
We need
yeah.
watermelon for the church.
Yeah, but the Ashleys love cantaloupe. Anyway, so Wednesday evening we're going to be cutting those. Thursday is our community meal, so we always need hands for that. And then Friday we're going to, we need you to bring your cookies to the church on Friday so we can bag them up, get them ready to give out on Saturday. And then Saturday we have the community block party, and I think I'm going to go take a nap now.
And it all starts Sunday morning, Sunday school at 9 o'clock, worship at 10:30.
Yep.
So we look forward to seeing you then, if not in person, then virtually. And we pray God's blessing on each of you.